to celebrate Dr. King's birthday and to bring some books, Malcolm Little books and X, a novel, to the students.
Talk about your books.
Well, Malcolm Little is actually nominated for an NAACP Image Award, so we're very, very excited about that. And it's about my father's childhood. When you look at the cover of the book, A.G. Ford is a phenomenal illustrator, and you see that you have an impressionable young child. We all start off very innocent, and it is the adults around them who determine who this child is going to grow up to be. So it says that first it celebrates self-love, leadership skills, and it says to the adult who's reading this book with the child that we are very much responsible for who our children are going to become. And so we have to do a better job in making sure that we provide them, with a good model.
So what are you going to talk about to these kids and their parents today?
Well, I'm going to let them know that I wrote a book about Malcolm and celebrate the self-love, self-respect, and all these great things that Malcolm experienced as a child, and then read a short selection.
What do you hope they take away?
I want these children to understand that when they're in the classroom, they must raise their hands, they must continue to ask questions until they get it, until they understand. If they feel that adults around them aren't giving them good answers, that they must be persistent, and most importantly, self-love, that they're worthy of a quality education, all of those great things.
It's a great day for our community when we welcome the daughter of one of our luminaries, one of the heroes of the struggle, who paid the supreme sacrifice along with Dr. King, Malcolm X, is certainly one worthy of our time and of our honor, and keeping his memory fresh. And
it's important for our children to be familiar with the work of Malcolm X.
In fact, if you look at the history of Malcolm and learn, before that, we didn't even like our own hair. But Malcolm taught black people how to stand and be proud of who you are.
I am just absolutely honored and thrilled to have Miss Ilya Shabazz here to come and present to you.
Great things that you see the adults around you have, that you understand whenever you're in a classroom and there's anything that you do not understand, that you continue to raise your hand until you finally get it. The important thing is that you love yourself first and foremost. Now, how many of you have heard of Malcolm X? Very good. Very good. When he was in his 20s. He was killed at 39. He was 12 short years to make such a significant impact at such a young age. Understand the importance of education, the importance of self-love, the importance of leadership, the importance of compassion.
How do you think, in sort of the tumultuous time period that we're in right now, how do you think that those values come into play? How important do you think those are for kids and for the community?
Well, I think it's important for young people to see themselves in those before them. And I think that this was such an opportunity for this generation to they want change, that they can't sit around and hope to get it, but that they're the ones that have to make the change.
And how do you think that what we're going through now in New York City and around America, how do you think it's similar, and how do you think it's different from what your father was involved in?
I think it's definite. Again, it helps you to appreciate and to acknowledge what Malcolm actually did, the sacrifice that he made during that time to circle the globe in the final months of his life in search of solutions. And so I think that it is most definitely relevant, because injustice is injustice, and finding solutions to these ongoing problems is key if we want to end it.
What do you think would be one of the solutions right now?
Well, one of the solutions is addressing this deep-rooted problem of racism. if we look at how the country was founded, you know, this new world, we see that that there were many enslaved African people who dismissing, you know, or eliminating and acting as if that never happened, and the ongoing problems that continue.
Just kind of curious, what do you think your father's message?
I think he would applaud the activists. I think that, you know, we have to have solutions, that we can't, you know, run in place, but that we have to find solutions to these conditions that continue to exist.
We have to